Phone call, customer called me, said their condenser fan is not running. They gave me their scenario, what they think is wrong. So what I did was went to my shop, grabbed a couple capacitors. I think you should be able to see here. Grab me a hard start, snatch my gauges, tool bag, go down there, check it out, get them knocked out. Worst case scenario, we'll be buying a new fan motor, but I've been doing this for a while. It probably won't be the issue. $200, 30-minute fix. So when we get on the scene, first thing we're going to do is pull our disconnect. You can trace those wires back to the condenser unit to make sure you pull the right one. So right now, I just popped it in. I hear my compressor running, but as y'all can see, the fan is not running. So a little trick that I'll do is I'll stick a blade or something in there, screwdriver, and try to get that motor to spin, almost like I'm jump starting. And you can see it's kicking on right now. Oh yeah.
Why is it so fast?
But I shouldn't really have to do that.
I thought it would struggle.
Well, no. Well, see, it's a few things. It's a few things that could play a factor. That's what I was saying into a motor. So what I'm doing now is just taking the fan motor and the whole assembly off the condenser. Just use your nut driver. It'll take those bolts off. You're gonna pull the top off. You can lay it on its back very gently. Be careful that you don't pull any wires out. You don't want to puncture the aluminum. Have seen it happen. So in this case right here, I'm just gonna cut all three of my fan motor wires. So never hesitate to double check. Make sure the condenser is disconnected from power. Pull that disconnect like we spoke about a few seconds ago. What I'm doing here is I'm taking measurements of the bolt pattern from this original broken motor to a spare motor that's on an old condenser top. This is coming off of a Goodman. I measured it 3 3/4 inches, I think it was, but whatever it was, it matched right up. Double check and make sure I'm cutting the right wires. Cut those 3 wires. Oh, it changed colors. Remove the fan blade off. It's a lock nut on there. I sprayed a little WD-40. Sometimes they get rusted and a little pain in the come off. Loosen that lock nut. You might have to wiggle it. Hold the shaft with the channel locks or something. Wiggle that blade on off. Once you get that off, chuck that. Loosen out 4 nuts on the top. Pull that old motor off. Make sure we putting the new/used motor on the same way we took the broken one off. The best way to make sure everything goes back how it's supposed to. The shaft is spinning pretty good.
This one is turning free.
Yeah. See it?
When can he come back? I know today is not practical. This need maybe all of them we can, because this is not going to help it cool down much, right?
Yeah,
so
what
we're
looking at is debris, dirt, pollen.
It can't breathe.
All on top of that condenser coil. It makes it very hard to breathe, and it won't kick the heat off the unit as it should. And before we lock our fan nut all the way down, just spin it freely. Make sure it's not rubbing or touching. Give it a couple spins. If it works, it works. Lock it down. Put that bad boy back on. Same way you took it off. This is a 30.
I told you many times. I even want you to do my next job project. I need 3 systems there. I like working with you, but I've got to get hold of you. It's scary. I've been changing filters, but that's all I've done, nothing else.
Well, sometimes changing the filter save your unit. Believe it or not. So I'm gonna cut a little piece in. I couldn't really do too much talking while my customer was there. But this capacitor, once you disconnect your capacitor, to discharge it, you can take your screwdriver and run it across the leads, because these do pack a little punch. And you can use your needle nose pliers to grab the terminals off. So you can find out which color wire goes to what terminal by the inside of your panel. This panel right here goes on this face. 2 screws, it pops off. You'll have your diagram on the inside. Then you can locate your capacitor. Y'all probably can't see it, but this is your capacitor right here. Everything is color coded, diagram, and it tells which wire goes where. Snap it back in this bracket here. Tighten it back up. Boom, done deal. Now, if you find a situation where your capacitor is good, compressor's not starting, what you'll relate to sometimes is your good old Super Boost hard start. One of my go-to. You want to keep this in your arsenal. The way to hook this up is leave everything this way it is. You're going to take these leads. You're going to do one on Herm. You're going to do one on C. And strap this bad boy in here somewhere so it don't move. And that's going to be its new home. It actually acts like a jump pack to a car. When your car don't start, you need a jump pack. This is your jump pack for our compressor. And it stays there. Once that thing goes, time to get you a new system. So back to the video.
No, here.
Here?
No, next door.
Oh, yeah.
If you have time, I can do.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I probably would have to do something.
Look at that though.
Shit. Oh shit.